Ready, set, go. United Supermarkets Game Time starts now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
Yes,
You
sir.
can believe your eyes. High school football is here. The United Supermarkets Game Time has officially begun. I'm Eli Abgabai. That's Corey Mose. And Corey, this is almost too good to be true, it feels like.
Hey, man, I'm not even going to tell you, it's not just too good to be true for us to be here, but it's too good to see how good we look, bro. I mean, this boy got a fresh fade. New lights in the studio, melanin popping. It's going to be a great night. I'm ready to get this going.
Yes, we do look good, and so does this studio. I'm so ready, Corey. So let's not wait any longer. Kick things off with our Game of the Week, and for that, our Game of the Week reporter, Jonathan Polasic, is out at Grande Stadium for the Greenwood versus Lubbock Estacado playoff rematch. Jonathan, how's it going over there?
Now, can I just tell you exactly how excited I am to have high school football back once again? Now, we've got a big rematch from last year's playoffs, Greenwood versus Lubbock Estacado. And much like last year, the first half started pretty slow. The game was pretty tight throughout the first half. Greenwood is led by their star running back, Trey Cross, and the Rangers offense is looking to lean on him pretty heavily this year. Now, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the highlights from the first half of tonight's game? We've got a rematch of last year's playoffs, the Greenwood Rangers versus the Lubbock Estacado Matadors. First drive for the Matadors, a short field sets up a touchdown by the quarterback, number 6, Jaylon Dobbins from 10 yards out. The Matadors would go up 6-0 after missing the 2-point conversion. Now, the first quarter was all Matadors. Here you see the Greenwood Rangers on offense, but they can't get anything going. Number 4, Trey Cross, gets absolutely stuffed by number 24 and number 5, Kenyette McClure. Here we go, second quarter, Greenwood on offense at the 1-yard line, and it's number 4, Trey Cross. He takes it into the end zone for the first Ranger score of the evening. They would convert a 2-point conversion to make it 8-6 in the second. Later on in the second quarter, it's again number 4, the running back, Trey Cross. He takes it in for another 1-yard score. You be the judge if he got in or not, but the Greenwood fans here are loving it. It's 14-6 as we head into halftime. Let's hear what Coach Rusty Purser for the Rangers has to say after this performance. Now, you talk about that tailback, number 4, Trey Cross, with the young quarterback under center tonight. How important was it for Cross to have a big game for y'all?
Oh, it was huge for Trey. It was huge for our offensive line, you know, just to give Ty a little more comfort, you know, and let him mature a little bit underneath center. And they did a great job. You know, Trey had a phenomenal night kind of doing what he does. He's a tough physical kid that also has some pretty good athletic ability, you know, and then just executed up front with the O-line and really let us have some comfort.
Now, this wasn't the offensive onslaught that the Rangers saw in last year's playoffs in the second half. The second half was much tighter for both teams in this one. Estacado struck early with a 53-yard touchdown pass to open the scoring and open the third quarter, but the Rangers responded with a touchdown run of their own near the end of the third to put the Rangers back up by 8. Now, it was the running game for the Rangers that did most of the dirty work tonight, as star running back Trey Cross scored 2 touchdowns in the first half, while backup running back John Breeden scored another touchdown late in the third quarter to put the Rangers back up by 8. Your final tonight from Grande is 28-12 Greenwood.
Thanks, Jonathan. Can't wait for a lot of great action out of Grande this season, Corey.
Yeah, it's going to be, in future terms, sensational. Just like how this matchup was between ranked Rankin and BALMORHEA. Now, both teams are top 2 in their division, but they're not 2. So you know what that means. This game had to be wild. Now, the Bears started out this game, guess what? Hungry, as they jumped out to a huge lead with plays like this one. As you can see, sorry, the cameraman didn't tilt up a little bit, but it's all good. Senior Alex Abraham, that is, rubbling and stumbling into the sideline and eventually into the end zone. Bears were up 28-6, but the Red Devils weren't surrendering without a fight. As you can see here, a little trickery, and as the quarterback throws it across his body to find a wide open receiver, Rankin would actually come back and defeat BALMORHEA 38-36.
Now we'll move on. Alpine versus Fort Stockton. We'll head right to the second quarter. But first, come on, you gotta love the cheerleaders, a huge part of Friday nights. Now, running back Oscar Velasquez handoff, and Alpine touchdown. They started off 8-0. Now Panthers, Jay Lee Ibarra with a touchdown catch in the end zone. Bucks still lead though, 8-6, but we'll jump ahead here. Look at that sunset too. Alan Vargas gets it done for Fort Stockton, for Alpine that time, but Fort Stockton ended up winning this one, 19-15, a clash of two great coaches too. And you know, I'm feeling pretty good right now, Corey.
Oh, that's cool. I think I still need to get a couple more, you know, stretches in a little bit before I
warm
get
up?
warmed up. But after the break, I'm sure I'll be straight.
Yeah, I know, we'll both be good.
Hi, we're from Greenwood, and you're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9. Woo! Let's go, Rangers!
Welcome back to Game Time. We got plenty to get to, and Corey, I've kept my eye on this game.
And honestly, Elliot, that was a smart move because, Brody, because Big Spring, they had a tough matchup tonight against Vernon. Now, Big Spring, they were hoping to, you know, set the tone for their season, but, you know, who knows? It's a tough opponent. Capitalized, so there was a fumble deep, and the Vernon territory where the Moss-like catch, you saw that snag from the Steers, man. What a point. And so the point out their attempt is no good, but the Big Spring, they were getting it down defensively too. Nowhere to go there for Vernon, and they are hyped. You gotta love that on defense.
How does hands not
now,
hurt?
of course, football is back, which means cheerleaders are doing their thing too. I see you. All right, do it out there. Yeah. The Steers would close out the first half, scoring with a long drive capped by a quarterback keeper from inside the 5-yard line. Now, halftime score, Big Spring was up 18-14 against Vernon, and the final score is Big Spring 36, Vernon 14.
All right, moving on to Fredericksburg versus Monahans. Neutral site game at San Angelo Stadium. Obviously, Monahan trying to get off on the right foot. First quarter, Fredericksburg up 12. Monahans answers back. Von Heflin finds Jamarcus Pickens, nothing but green in front of him. 88 yards to the house. Make it a one-score game, 12-7. Still in the first. Justin Beard takes the handoff off the jet sweep, making guys miss. Cuts back upfield, 55 yards. The Badland Billies take a 20-7 lead after a 2-point conversion. Now in the second, Fredericksburg driving again. Beard with it again. Hits the spin move into the end zone. 28-13 Billies and Lobos trying to make something happen before the end of the half, but Heflin just not gonna get it done, and the Billies just too much for the Lobos. Final score is 55-20, and another fun game in the books, of course. And Corey, we have something special coming up right now with our man, of course, the one and only. Take it away.
Yeah, man, it's the man, the myth, the anchor, Dana Morris, man. What's up, my guy? What are the scores looking like today in West Texas?
Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and check in on some of those scores around Texas. We got Garden City taking on Sterling City. Now, last year, this was a shootout with Garden City edging it. Talk about a little sweet taste of revenge. Sterling City blowing out Garden City this year, 74-28. Then we got Grand Falls Royalty over Marfa. Both those scores are finals. We'll go ahead and move on. We got a few more scores to cover. Ackerley, Sands, and Roby with a final. An absolute close game there, 45-46. Can't get closer than that. And then Andrews, who started out strong last year, finished 8-3, had a great season, getting right back to it, carrying that momentum into this season with a big win, 56-47. Elioff, send it back to you, bud.
Dana, that's what we love to see. We're gonna come back to you a little bit later, but for now, we got more action, Corey, right?
Yeah, you know what it is. Oh,
hands,
God, I caught
hands
it,
team,
man.
hands
We
team.
practiced last night in the apartment. But yeah, so we have Stanton where they played the Grape Creek team, and they came in with some turnovers. They started off pretty bad, not gonna lie to you. That fumble there by Evan Cox, and then after that, there was an injury to the quarterback, Tyler Benedict, right before halftime.
I hate to see that.
Yeah, you see him on the ground right there, thriving in pain, and that's a big loss, especially for the QB in the first game of the season. And so, check this out though. He made a touchdown before he scored. I mean, before he got hurt there. So, you know, he went off the field bad, but before then, he got some points before he left the field.
Hope to see him back soon.
Exactly. Hope you see him back soon. And then Evan Cox, he puts his name back on the sheet list, making a touchdown there, converting it for an extra 2 points. All right, Eliav, and to be honest though, Stanton actually wins this one 8-0 against Grape Creek. So
defensive battle.
Exactly. Without the quarterback, it's okay. You know, they still got the dub. And so we still got some things to do though, right? Am I right? I'm warmed up. Are you warmed up?
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling warmed up, you know, just a little bit. Yeah, I know. We got a lot more to get through though.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, my name's Adenaya. And I'm Alex, and we're from McCamey High School. And you're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9. Go Falcons!
All right, welcome back to Game Time. Let's keep the momentum going, shall we?
Of course, man, of course.
All right, the Howard County Bowl coming up. Of course, the rivals met again last night with COAHOMA. Taking their last 3 years, let's see if they can make it for, all right, first of all, national anthem, of course, but FORSAN struck first with a deep pass down the right side to go up 7-0 just 2.5 minutes into the game. The FORSAN defense was solid in the first quarter, too, forcing the Bulldogs to punt on their first 3 possessions. A few possessions later, too, FORSAN had a bad snap that went over the punter's head and set COAHOMA up with very nice field position inside the 10-yard line, and the Bulldogs would punch it in from there, but the 2-point conversion, as you just saw, was no good, and while COAHOMA won the game, the true winners were the 35 seniors from both teams, because they'll receive $1,000 scholarships from the funds raised from the Howard County Bowl. What a way to start the season.
Yeah, man. Hey, them books are expensive in college.
Yeah.
That's a steal, to be honest. All right, now going to Seminole versus DUMAS. This is a playoff rematch as well. Starting off here with the quarterback, Blake Flowers. He's going to see here passing it to Trey. Look at this last name, Villalua. What a dope last name. He passed it out for the first down. And look at that, a little speed on him, all right? Oh, big hit, though, at the end.
Yeah.
And here we go. Going to the next play there, Flowers passes to Hayden Andrews, where the Demon defense swarms Andrews for the stop. And so that means Demons get on offense, and that's where Spencer Williams with the quarterback keeper juking out defenders, and look at the speed. Okay, I see you. Going all the way, he picks up that first down as well. Now Jacob Mares, he gets the handoff from 20 yards out, and he'll take it in for the score, and that puts DUMAS up. Now, oh wow, brushing off the shoulders. Okay, mascot. Flowers here scrambles on 3rd and long, and he loses the ball. But the Seminole O-line makes the recovery for the Indians. Now next play, Williams on the keeper, and he'll take it in for another score for the Demons. DUMAS was up 14-0 early, and guess what? They definitely stayed up. They won 48-8.
Man, that's a big win. But moving on to Wink versus CHRISTOVAL. Of course, Wink trying to get that dub right now. Wink quarterback to the end zone, and CHRISTOVAL just having a day there. But Wink there with the deflection in the end zone. A big play right there. But of course, the interception leads to a big time score for CHRISTOVAL, and CHRISTOVAL would end up winning this one. Or actually Wink, rather, ended up coming back, taking this big-time win, the Wink Wildcats, with that senior leadership.
Yeah, man, it looked like Wink wasn't really social distancing from the end zone. 36 points, what a way to start the season.
Yeah, you gotta love it. And I know what else you love, Corey.
What do I love?
You love social media.
That's why you're my roommate.
Yeah,
you know
we love social media. And for that, of course, we have our man, Dana Morris, to tell us what's going on in the world of high school football social media today.
Thanks, guys. Well, I gotta admit, it was a little quiet on social media, especially with our hashtag Game Time. You guys gotta step it up at home, step it up with the fans, step it up with the parents and everything, but I'll give you a pass since it's the first week and we're just getting back to it. But on social media, we'll go ahead and start right here with one of the top plays that was tweeted to us. This is it's gonna get started here in just a second. Oh, they're going for the extra point. We missed it. It was a fullback dive. It was a great play. Can't score easier than that. Then you gotta love a little social media school spirit. Just Wink out there, smiles on the football field, showing some love there. And then a coach not able to make the game. This was actually for the Monahans, or Fredericksburg Monahans game. He wasn't able to make it, but he wanted to show just how much he cares about being out there. And then this was really special. This resonated with me. A little bit out of our region, but the Calallen football team lost a football player back on August 23rd. He was stabbed in a violent attack, and his fellow teammates bringing out his jersey to remember their fallen teammate. That's what football's about. It's about coming together, and it's about being there for one another. And of course, there's our boys right there. Show them some love next week. Get that hashtag Game Time going. Send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Dana. Thanks for being there for us, and thank you for showing us all of that. And coming up next is one of our favorite parts of the show.
You already know it's top play time, and you'll get involved after the break.
You're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9.
We're going to have top plays on overtime, so head to our app, our social media right now.